The Octonaut and the Sea of Shade. Meow. The Octonaut and the Sea of Shade. It was a quiet afternoon under the deep green sea when Captain Barnacle was writing his log. Professor Inkling was enjoying afternoon tea. Dr. Shillington was polishing his clam collection. Pedro Penguin was practicing the piano. Juniper the Vegetable was baking a cake. Quasi Kitten was chewing some wool. Susie Dog was playing basketball. Twig, where was Twig? Alert! Alert! The Octonauts rushed down to the Octopod headquarters and found Twig in a panic. Something awful has happened. I was napping under my favorite tree when the cool shade disappeared. The crew looked around, outside, inside, upside, and downside. Shadows everywhere and were indeed missing. Something must be wrong in the Sea of Shade, Professor Inkling exclaimed, as he carefully selected a large book from the shelf. According to the Mysterious Places Guide, this hidden realm is ruled by a great Shade King who governs the shadows of the world. Octonaut, you must talk to the king and discover what is causing this disturbance. But how will we find him? Quasi Kitten meowed gruffly. A very interesting question, Professor Inkling muttered. Using cartographic bathymetry to calculate the compasservic coordinates contained in this supernutted substrate should yield the location. The baffled Octonaut started at Professor Inkling. Follow this old map. Prepare to launch! Susie called over the speaker. The Octonauts packed their supplies for the long journey ahead. Nip made the crew a fresh batch of sparkling biscuits to eat along the way. They cautiously dived down the ocean's darkest rift, waving to friendly friends and slipping past sleeping sharks until they reached the entrance to the old-fangled cave. Wait. Flap, 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 flap. Grrr. Shh. Swish, glub, glub, flicker, flicker. Whirl, whirl, whirl. Inside the caverns, the Octonauts were confused for days. Which side was up and which side was down? Eventually, a friendly stalactite pointed the way out. After their rocky experience, the Octonauts surfaced into a world of grey. That sounds interesting. Maybe that's the Sea of Shade. Is this the Sea of Shade? Pedro asked in dismay. I'm not sure. See. The world looked very bleak, and the crew noticed shadows hiding behind plants and lurking in corners. They seemed sad and afraid. This place needs some cheering up, Barnacles declared as he pulled out his accordion and began playing a happy shanty. In the warm glow of the ship's beams, from his bosom then the leaves turned wonderful colors. Curious shadows slowly came out to watch. The lights and the music reminded the shades of the outside world, where there were lots of things to see and do. They happily followed the octonauts as they traveled deeper into the sea. That's going to be super dark. That's as dark as the Mariana Trench. Maybe that is the Mariana Trench.
Maybe.
Let's
find out.
Shaking leaves. Finally, the octonauts came upon a vast thicket of black thorny branches that twined and tangled in all directions. The Shade King lives on the other side of these brambly woods, but there is no way our ship can pass through the monsters up top don't look very friendly.
Don't look friendly.
Don't look friendly. Tweak gloomily concluded. Wanting to help, the shadows pulled their shady thoughts. They could merge together and form a ship to carry the octonauts. The octonauts quickly boarded, and to everyone's relief, they slipped into the thicket with ease. During the long voyage through the woods, vicious vines lashed out at the ship and scary howls echoed all around. But inside the shadow ship, only the sounds of many music and many songs and laughter were heard. When the crew reached the end of Brambly Woods, they could see the sinister Shade Castle looming in the distance with a large police guard waiting at the gate. The Shade King greatly disliked being disturbed by strangers and scowled as the octonauts were escorted into the great hall. Captain Barnacles removed his hat and gave a deep bow. Your Majesty, we miss our shadows very much. Why did they leave? The king frowned for centuries. I watched through my shadowscope as shadows were stepped on and ignored. It's not easy to follow someone around all day, but we never get any thanks. Some people are even afraid of their own shadows. Everyone would be happy if we just lived in our own world. That is why I called all my subjects home to the Sea of Shade. Please look again, Peso pleaded. Everyone is so sad without any shade. We've learned how important shadows are. Please let them come back, Your Highness. The Shade King grudgingly peered into his shadowscope, and he was surprised by what he was surprised by what he saw. he turned back to his court, only to see gloom faces looking up at him. The shades missed their friends on the outside too. Very well, you may all return, the king decided. If the Octonauts agree to be our trade ambassadors, and help remind everyone to appreciate their shadows. Thank you, Your Majesty. Barnacles accepted their new position with pride. We'll do our best. Go, my shady subjects, the king proclaimed. Return to your friends. Your reveal, goodbye. Reveal, adios. Auf Wiedersehen. That night, everyone enjoyed a big party to celebrate the first ever Shadow Appreciation Day. Shady Day. The end. Hug me. I'm Shady.